We humans are our own worst enemies. We actively indulge in bad habits and passively allow ourselves to be treated badly. Often we do not see the implications of some things until it is already too late. Our professional life is a prime source of toxic patterns. Even more dangerous are the manipulative games and psychological terror that can occur in our private lives. Many people are afraid to talk about their fears and problems with others, yet this is where talking to someone would be so important. In order to realize that much of what they have to endure on a daily basis is not normal or usual. Especially in relationships, we tend to close our eyes to reality. To some people, a relationship seems worth any price, no matter how high, and quitting a secure job, even if the conditions there are degrading and toxic, doesn't occur to many until the damage is already done. So in today's video, we'd like to introduce you to 10 examples of things that are pure poison in your life. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. Someone constantly holds your mistakes and shortcomings against you. No matter whether parents, partners, siblings, or other people, those who pick us to pieces shouldn't also be given free rein for their dark doings. When people treat us badly, even if only with words, they deserve neither our time nor our attention. We, on the other hand, must protect ourselves from such individuals, because every criticism and every malicious word will otherwise bore into our heart and soul like a poisonous arrow. Number 2, you are constantly monitored. In the age of social media, smartphones, and the like, it is unfortunately child's play to put your fellow human beings on a very short leash. Jealous partners and even superiors use the modern methods to keep a watchful eye on their fellow human beings. These methods are not only questionable, but in some cases even illegal. The feeling of being under constant observation wears us down psychologically and turns us into laboratory animals. Number 3, physical and psychological abuse. The number of unreported cases is probably frightening. At any rate, the number of cases that are reported is alarming. The most dangerous place for women in the 21st century is their home. How many victims of emotional or physical and sexual abuse there actually are can only be estimated. Assaults usually begin innocently or are downplayed by both the perpetrators and victims. Verbal attacks, insults, and aggressive behavior are the door openers for bodily injuries of the worst kind, which not infrequently end in hospital or, unfortunately, more and more often, fatally. Number 4, intimidation and disrespect reign at work. Bullying and burnout, psychological terror, pressure to perform, total surveillance, and a working atmosphere characterized by fear and dread. What sounds like something out of a horror movie is a daily reality for many employees. The permanent threat of losing one's job is just instrument to keep employees compliant. The disdainful credo that everyone is replaceable resonates in every message from the boardroom. You can't give notice to your family or your private life, but you can quit your job. Nevertheless, the existential fear is usually so overwhelming that only very few exploited and psychologically overstrained employees take action. Number 5, your better half cheats on you non-stop. Cheating has also become a kind of questionable national sport. Tinder and the like make it easier than ever for us to find someone for a quick adventure for a few hours. Nevertheless, undreamed of opportunities don't mean you should use them at whim. Those who cheat and deceive without regard for the consequences or the feelings of their partners definitely don't deserve the relationship. Number 6, sex is pure compulsion for you. Being forced to have sex is abuse, whether it's direct or indirect. Many women grant their husbands a kind of mercy sex over the years, so that they have their peace and the duty is fulfilled. Basically, any kind of coercion here is equivalent to violence. No one should force us, even with words, to make our bodies available against our will. Whoever does not respect any limits concerning the body of another human being generally also knows no limits in life. Number 7, you live in a toxic relationship. Insults, chronic jealousy, assaults of all kinds, and a life in constant fear. This is what toxic relationship structures look like. It doesn't matter whether you are only verbally terrorized and belittled, or whether the unpleasant words are quickly followed by action. Sooner or later, they are going to do exactly that. It's just a matter of time. Number 8, someone else makes all the decisions for you. Dependence is not a healthy basis, no matter what kind of relationship. Privately and professionally, we are declared to be immature children when someone robs us of our free will and takes all decisions away from us. While in professional life, we have to submit to the hierarchy framework to a certain degree. Private relationships should take place at eye level without exceptions. Patronizing is not a petty offense, but a highly subtle form of manipulation. Someone pretends to mean well with you, but takes away your freedom bit by bit. Number 9, you are forced to choose between your professional and private life. This question of all questions can be approached from two sides, both of which play a major role in our lives. Our partner and family force us into this predicament, but also the professional environment in which we earn our living can hold the knife to us. Women in particular are still at the mercy of this tension and find themselves forced to somehow reconcile family and career. Surprisingly, this decision is still very rarely required of men. Number 10, you're ashamed of your body. The most important relationship of our lives is with ourselves. We don't lose ourselves, we don't become unfaithful to each other, and we can't leave ourselves. Therefore, this lifelong partnership should be given a lot of attention and care. A good and friendly partnership would be the essence of it. Those who are in a lifelong clinch with themselves and their apparent flaws are permanently poisoning themselves with it. Every negative comment, even if it is only in our thoughts, is like a stab in the heart of our self-esteem. If the pressure of suffering is really so great that you only find yourself repulsive and shy away from looking in the mirror, or even participating in social life, you must act. In the long run, the obsession with your imperfections will not only make you desperately unhappy, it will actually make you sick. Today's conclusion: have the courage to change. If you can discover even a few of the above points in your life, you must act. Such things never get better on their own. Once the Rubicon of disrespect and abusive behavior is crossed, there is no turning back. Those who disrespect your boundaries do not deserve your respect. Even though such choices weigh heavily, and you associate them with insecurity and fear, this is no way for you to live. Life is too precious to sacrifice it to people and liabilities that make us sick. Even if you find the idea of making this change frightening, what is harming you will then be history for good and can no longer hurt you. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.